I'm Sophie Alcorn of Alcorn Immigration Law, and I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you a little bit more about the International Entrepreneur Rule and what it would mean for startup founders and what sort of documents you would need to show to prove that your company qualifies. So we are currently in the 45-day comment period where you have the opportunity to let your voice be heard about the International Entrepreneur Rule. You can go to regulations.gov and leave a public comment and let the Department of Homeland Security and USCIS know if you think this rule is a good idea, a bad idea, and if you would like to change the way it's written. So I wanted to share with you from the proposed rule, what are some of the types of evidence that USCIS is proposing you would include in your package, your application package, to show that your startup is really going to be good for America in terms of creating jobs and rapidly growing. So some of those types of evidence that have already been listed out by USCIS are evidence of your investments from the qualified investors or of the government grants and awards that you've received. Also, you can include letters from government agencies, qualified investors, and established business associations who know about your research or your services or your startup or your skills and who can write about how they believe in you. Another type of evidence that you can include is newspaper articles or perhaps online media articles showing your recognition and your success and your potential. You could also show evidence that you have been invited to participate in various startup accelerators or incubators, or evidence that you have graduated from these programs and participated in them. Another possibility is just evidence of your revenue generation and that it's significant and it has the potential to grow a lot more. So that's that hockey stick growth curve that people here in Silicon Valley talk about. Another possibility is awards of patents or other documentation showing that you're inventing new things and engaged in cutting-edge research. Another category of evidence is about you and how you as the founder are playing an active and central role in the success of this startup. And to go along with that, copies of your degrees, your diplomas, your CV, your work history to show that you have that background that is poising you to be well prepared to take this startup really far. And then also financial documents from your company. So payroll, bookkeeping, salary, or bank records, or other documents showing that you're already creating jobs in the United States. Finally, they're willing to consider any other relevant, probative, and credible evidence that furthers your application and showing that you meet the criteria. But if there's something that you think that USCIS has left out of this list that I've shared with you, write to me in the comments and let's urge USCIS to include that in their final version of this rule. Because if there's something you think would be really useful, let's get it on that list as an officially recognized type of evidence so that it carries more weight and credibility when all of the startup founders apply for the International Parole Rule when it comes into effect. And we'll see when that is, maybe the end of this year, early next year, but knock on wood, this is all gonna happen before President Obama leaves office in January. If you would like more information, please feel free to contact my office. We're at alcornimmigrationlaw.com, and you can also request a consultation at our website. Thanks, have a great day.